Oh, this is Matt from Matchbook Custom here. It is Saturday and it's the back end of summer, and I thought I'd just do an episode of Inbetween Gears to let you know what's kind of going on, what we're doing, some of the challenges we've had this year. Just basically talk some bullshit to you guys to keep you all engaged, and to try and grow my YouTube channel, which I'm 4 away from 600 followers. So please get your mates to follow us, even if it's just for a little bit, to pick up that figure. But yeah, so this morning, from the last Inbetween Gears episodes, you kind of enjoyed the car rants that I had. So here I am in my truck. I've just pulled up to work. The gate's still locked. So I thought I'd just give you a little rundown of what's happening today, effectively. So today is Saturday. Melissa is off. It's just me and Jess in. I've got a sneaky suspicion it's going to be pretty quiet today. We don't have any food on, and the weather, although dry, it's not looking too sunny. And there's various vents on, so I don't know how many bikes we'll see today, but we'll probably get some usual faces down. I know I've got a bike sale bike being collected today, and I've got another chap, 80, who has been having issues with tuning on his fat bob, so he'll be down at some point today to try and tweak that. We've been very, very, very busy, which is great. It comes with its own problems, which I'm addressing at the minute. What have we got coming up? We've got the KKBO coming up. I'll try and talk about that a little bit later on. So summer's been great. We've been very, very busy. It's been very hard to kind of have a day off and have a break from it all. And I'm not complaining in any way, shape or form. I love how well we're doing. Considering the rest of the market, the rest of the country, a lot of bike shops are struggling. So we are very, very lucky in the fact that we are still very much a growing business. But on that note of being a growing business, that comes with its own inherent problems. Workload, for example, is something that we've been struggling with this year, as in we've had loads and loads of work and trying to keep on top of everything, with parts problems, with staffing problems, holidays, just trying to keep on top of turning that work over in a quick, timely manner has been very, very difficult. However, we're almost through the back end of the summer, so we're through the busy period. I have taken on an extra pair of hands, Chris, in the workshop, and we're trying to train him up over the next 6 months to get the basics down so he can help take that pressure off next year. However, I've got a sneaky suspicion if I come out of the workshop and concentrate on getting more work in, then we're going to quickly need another technician in there full time. So we'll see how that goes. My plan personally is I need to come out and start running the business. The problems that we've had this year because of workload has mainly been down to me having to concentrate on the tool work as opposed to running a business, organising a business, and getting back to generating work and getting back to customer inquiries and all of that sort of jazz. So it's been challenging, to say the least. It's been a very stressful year for very many reasons. Workload, having to deal with running a business, as if you do yourself, you will know it's fucking difficult. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, particularly if you're working in the business instead of on the business, and it's still growing at a rapid rate. I've got a great team around me. However, we still have shortcomings, mainly down to me, basically. So the plan is, at the minute, I'm trying to free my time up to work on growing business. The yard has changed ownership this year, which again has had its challenges. The old owner, fantastic Gary, he was a biker, helped us out no end. I wouldn't be here without him and his support, amongst other people. And the new owners, they definitely have their own agenda. Most of the other businesses in the yard are going, if not leaving. All my neighbours will be gone in the next month or two. It will just be us left in the yard. I can confidently tell you next season we will not be in the same building. I've got plans, but I can't talk too much about it because it's not solid and it might fall through at any given moment. I don't know. Which is another stress that I've been having to deal with, but I'm trying not to let it get to me too much. The problems with buildings is we either downsize to something affordable, but if you've been here, you know how busy we are. We need more space, and my ambitions, I want to grow. Or the other options are we go bigger, but the difference in price from what we're paying now to bigger, there's no kind of in-between sizes. It's significantly bigger. We have to go to at least 3 times the size, which comes with 3 times the costs, additional business rates, and it's just a scary prospect, really, at that growth point. I'd always risk it, but it would be always very tight. So I've got something that's the kind of dream scenario on the go in the background happening. It won't be official, I don't think, for another few weeks. It might maybe a bit longer. Once I know the official plan, then I can kind of show and talk about the plans a little bit more, and kind of put something a bit more solid down. But otherwise, at the minute, we're staying put where we are. We'll be here, I think, at least until March next year. I think by the start of the season, we'll be in a new building / yard / place. And however, if my plans work out and it pulls off nicely, we should go. Let's say this is where we are at now. Where we're going to and what we want to do, we should end up at this sort of level here. So let's say this is where we've got to. The container was right down there. Over the 8 years, I've built us up to this point, but we should take a bit of a leap from this point where we are at the minute. Done well out of 2 dusty old barns, don't get me wrong, and I love the place. But however, where the plans are next is it should elevate the business somewhat. So that's probably enough ranting or talking now, I guess, because I'm already running late. Okay, so we're in the shop. We've opened up. Say hello, Melissa.
Hello.
Okay, so where was I? So what I'm going to do is probably just give you a quick walk around, show you some stuff that we've got going on. As I said, the yard is in a state. Everybody who comes here now, just assume that the toilets are actually out of order. Let me just say hello to Jess. Hi, Jess. Jess was late today, but that's okay. So yeah, toilets I would just assume that they're fully out of order, particularly if you're female. I'm probably going to try and sort some porta potties out very shortly. I've just got to get through this month first. What else is going on? I've got to talk about the KKBO. The KKBO, which is on the 5th, 6th and 7th of September, which is an awesome kind of art custom show. It's not exclusively bikes. There's loads of tattooists, bric-a-brac type stands, art stands, pinstriping, painters, bikes, scooters, cars, trucks, modified cars, music, food. It's like a decent little art festival, to be honest with you. It's really good fun, and we as a team are staying there. We're hoping to get a nice little community around us. We are also doing the Matchbook Custom Bike Show there. We're taking a bunch of our own stuff to show off as a shop, but we kind of need you guys to bring your bikes down to get some of these coveted trophies and whatnot. It's a riding bike show for anybody who's staying there. You can still enter your bike to come in on the whatever day you want to come. Just the longer you're there, the more votes you're probably going to get, so just take that into account. So yeah, that's in 2 weeks' time. We're trying to get ready for that. What else have we got going on? Keeping the shop going throughout winter. We'll be switching into winter mode soon, which will be putting some offers out there, trying to encourage people to do the refurb work, the big work. I'm looking at various different things with regards to powder coating, because we do a lot of that sort of stuff, but I fucking hate powder coaters, so we're going to try and get that done in-house. Probably more so next year when we're set up somewhere else. We've got loads of stock and new t-shirts arriving. I'm going to be working on designs for next year shortly. That's literally about it. We want to put turbos on bikes, so if you want a turbo on your bike, please give us a shout. Big shout out to Aaron, who's inquired about one. If anybody's got a cheap, shitty old Dyna with high mileage that wants to get rid of it as cheap as possible, don't care about the condition of it, really, because I want to tart something up and turbo a Dyna myself. So when I say high mileage, I don't mean 20,000 miles. That's not high mileage. I mean 60, 70, 80,000 miles plus, not your 15, 20,000 mile bikes. That's low mileage, guys. That's low mileage. You should be riding your bikes more, particularly if it's an early twin cam. Yeah, that's about it. I think I touched base earlier on what I think of the state of the whole motorcycle trade, which is everything's a bit of a struggle at the minute. Parts are being a pain in the arse. Parts prices have gone up ridiculously. Everything's getting very much more expensive, and therefore our prices are getting more expensive. Thankfully, we rely on workshop work to keep our business going as opposed to sales. Sales to us is more of a bonus on the side. We'd like it to grow into a bigger part of the business, which, again, if we get new premises, the idea would be to have a proper, clean showroom and set that up properly as a standalone part of the business. But realistically, we don't rely on bike sales to keep our business going. It's all workshop stuff. So we're good. So another thing that we're going to do soon, and these guys have just absolutely committed to it, is Melissa and Jess have been doing time lapses, and they also want to do, as part of the shop, a kind of standalone feature. I think Jess is going to be the main focus of this. Is that right, Melissa?
Yep.
I feel like it's going to be Jess, where she'll show off all our new merch and talk you through what's what, not just our t-shirts, but the helmets, the waistcoats and all of that sort of jazz. So Jess is really looking forward to doing that. So that'll be an episode soon. Okay, so also Melissa's just informed me that there is a discount going on our website for, I think it's across all products?
Yep.
Across all products. Only through the website, so you have to order online. And when you can collect in store, and there is a checkout code. I guess there's a coupon section or something,
yep.
A voucher section, I guess, at the checkout side of things, which is, does it need to be in capitals? No, so it can be in uppercase, lowercase, whatever, apparently. Ride in Style 15, all one word. Is that right?
Yep.
Ride in Style 15, that gives you 15% off anything that you can order online. Not service work, unfortunately, though, guys. Just shop products. So check that out. So I've dealt with all of the, I'm on my mic now, that's that weird fluffy thing there. I've dealt with all the jobs that I knew was coming in, so I've handed over the Sportster to Charlie. It was his new bike day today. I always get very excited about people with new bikes. I'm going to take this off because it's going red. What about there? I always get excited with people when they get new bikes because his first big bike is a 1200 Sportster, which is always pretty cool, isn't it? Really. So yeah, I've done that. Dealt with a couple of customers, but I think it's going to be a quiet day. So I thought I'd just give you a buzz around what's going on and what we are up to. So let me just flip this. So just coming down the stairs. So I've stopped selling bikes recently because bike sales in general this year are pretty low. So I think I've only got 2 left now. So I've got 3. This Sportster, this old Ironhead, 4, because I've got another Ironhead in here, and then there's another Sportster somewhere as well. I've done that to concentrate on, as I said earlier, operational efficiency. So where our business really works well is in the workshop. So we've got a third person in the workshop, Chris, who is out there right now. And the plan is to scale up our workload, and then we can potentially afford to move into a bigger place if I can up my cash flow. So what we've got in here, we've got Ray's bike, we've got Simon's bike, we've got Lee's beautiful Dyna Lowrider S. We've got Paul's Sportster that we're waiting for a carb on at the minute. We've got John's Buell, we're waiting for a regulator on that one, and then we've got this older Buell that we need to start work on this week coming. Ben's, Bert's, a lovely example of a Dyna. It's not a T-Sport, it's just a Sport Glide, shovel head. As you can see, it's pretty quiet. And then this side we've got my bike, which I think I'm going to take home today. Bike we built a couple of years ago that I'm going to take to a show. There's a bit going on, a couple of projects. We've got Dan's putting some, I'm not going to lie, some fucking sick, look at that shock absorber, it's beautiful. Some sick fucking suspension from Nitron, I think it is. That's going on next week. Danny's is here for a bit of a refurb. Handlebars. We've got Aaron's bike in that's been repaired. It's looking cool as hell because it's got a nice new fresh paint job on it. We're happy with this one. These bikes here have been here a long time. That's a project that we're going to get started on very soon. And then over here we've got HMS Harley's engine. Eva came yesterday to finish off painting it. If you've seen her videos or seen any of the build videos, you remember this engine was in an absolute state. But it's looking very pretty now. It's all painted. The next stage with that is we've sent off a bunch of stuff to get powder coated. I'm trying to figure out how to get the frame blasted, which is down here. 1 second. So frame blasted down here. We're having a problem with powder coaters at the minute. Time, quality. I'm not worried about price because powder coat price is always cheap, but it's quality more than anything. I used to use a company in Grantham. Since they've closed, I've struggled. The plan, as I say at the minute, is to figure out a way of getting it done ourselves. But there's HMS Harley's frame, pretty scabby. But yeah, that's it as far as like work's on the go. We're still pretty busy. We are catching up, and the winter's definitely on its way, although it's very sunny at the minute. It's quite nice here, to be fair. I think Eaty for Heater are going to start coming back as of next week because they have been at shows and they've been on holiday this week. Yeah, if I can think about anything else to talk about, I will film it. I might try and put some commentary down in a bit of what I think of newer models, I guess, or, anything else bike orientated. So in the workshop, we've got a few things going on. Let me get my fat face out of there. HMS Harley is well on its way. We're basing that round a bit of a cyberpunk theme. If you don't know what cyberpunk is, it's a bit anime, very 80s, electric. Akira, have you ever seen Akira? It's just basically futuristic stuff, really, and colourful. Lots of neon colours and lots of bright lights and stuff. So hopefully that'll come out pretty cool. Say hi, Jess. And so we're going to lock up soon. Anyway, it's 2:05. And that's it. Everybody have a great bank holiday weekend, I guess. So it's the end of the day. Going home on that beauty.